We are discussing Bitcoin 100K. That's correct, it will arrive. It's 100% if it's not today. Everyone's favorite company, Goldman Sachs, will be the topic of our discussion next week. I've got you covered on that. You're going to learn why we're talking about Goldman Sachs, and then we're going to get into some little XRP news, talk about the Ripple's lineup, hear from Charles Schwab, and find out what Senator Lummis is attempting to suggest. That's right, so without further ado, kick back, unwind, and let's get into a Bitcoin discussion. Right now, it's down at 98.544. 28% over the previous day. Ethereum will arrive at 3361. Right now, it's up 58%. Cardano will switch when USDT and USDC arrive at dollar packages and 99 cents, respectively. Dogecoin XRP will cause BNB to change. And Ethereum will decline once more. Mark my words on that under Solana. XRP is 154 cents because it's approaching, not sure, I would say that if I had to. It's a wonderful thing that we might never have to discuss XRP being in the cent range again. How does it make you feel? It makes me shiver inside. Right now, it's up 3.38%. I would like to scroll down because XLM has been going crazy lately and has outpaced XRP, which I don't mind because it came in at a mean slim 44 cents. Polkadot is finally making a little bit of a run here, up over 90% in last month's Chainlink as well, coming in at 1717. As you know, I'm a major link holder. Polkadot was stuck below $5 for a long time. Particularly with the collaborations they have with Swift, which is a lovely indication of H-bar 15 cents telling the Segway is a real powerhouse, and your next run-up will push it into the 30-cent zone. This reliable cryptocurrency released his chart. H-bar looks solid here, he says. He believes that the most important resistance on the chart is between 18 and 25 cents, so proceed with caution. If we clear that all-time high, it may or may not clear it immediately. It may take a few tries to break out of that range, but once it does, it will rip. Let me explain. This is what irritates me about cryptocurrency and people's lack of understanding of it. We previously discussed this, and he stated that 23% of idiots believe they are making more money by purchasing Chainlink at $15 when they only receive one share. It's not even a share, as opposed to the person purchasing XRP at $149. One cryptocurrency is yours. How many shares of XRP? You receive $15, and it makes no difference how many tokens you receive. Regardless of the final price, let's do a little math. If you have a single Chainlink and have just completed a 3x and XR has completed a 2x, but you have more XRP coins, where are you earning more money? Having said that, it's clear that the same amount of money is being invested in both assets at this point, so if you invest $100 in each, you will ultimately have a lot more XRP than you would in Chainlink, of course, but if Chainlink goes to $45 and does a 3x and XRP goes to $3 and a 2x, what will be worth more? This is very basic math. People who think like this, folks, I'm not sure if it's for attention, which I hope it is because it's just frightening, and I fell into that mindset when I first started in cryptocurrency because I would look at assets, and you know my Chainlink story. I would have had $15 million if I had 50-50 invested in both XRP and XRP if I had entered a chain connection at that time. At the moment I entered XRP, I would have had $7 and a $5 million, but I persisted in my search. I thought, well, I'm going to get more XRP here, I'm going to get more XRP here, while I was trying to diversify during the last 2 bull runs I've experienced. However, it doesn't matter how many tokens you have, what counts is the amount of return you receive on that investment. It's that easy. The suppression of Bitcoin is quite obvious and straightforward. Keep it in mind. Recall. You heard me say that as soon as it breaks above 100,000, we'll immediately increase it to about 108,115,000. After that, we'll send it lumens. She intends to buy 1 million bitcoins to cut our debt in half in 20 years. You wish to discuss how Bitcoin will reach $250,000. It's really easy. Take a listen. Proposition and Actuality Features of Bitcoin magazine. Recently, Senator Alumnus of Wyoming wrote in a post discussing the strategic Bitcoin reserve that it is a small suggestion with enormous potential. Therefore, let's welcome Cynthia Lummis, a Republican senator from Wyoming. Senator, let's start with the list. That's you, and I know you adore it. Look fantastic. By the way, with laser eyes, let's discuss the Bitcoin Act of 2024. For many people, creating a strategic Bitcoin reserve is the most important thing. However, some people ask, why would we need such a thing? Well, first of all, Charles, I want to congratulate you on your most recent book, which I have read. One of the points you brought up in your book, Charles, is the value of having a variety of assets. I really enjoyed it and would suggest it to everyone. Bitcoin would make sense as part of our strategic reserves because we recognize other long-term stores of value and place them there. We have strategic reserves for gold and oil, so I believe it is appropriate. Bitcoin is undoubtedly one of the things that is important to have as a long-term store of value. That Bitcoin, which is now considered digital gold, should be included in our reserves. For this reason, I'm suggesting in the Bitcoin Act that we buy about 200,000 Bitcoin annually simply by exchanging money. In the interim, we would have an asset that is increasing in value while our own dollar is declining. We have already invested in Bitcoin and will hold it for 20 years. If we did that with, say, 5% of all the Bitcoins that will ever exist, or about 1 million Bitcoins, then we could cut our debt in half in that time. Thus, we may support the US dollar as the global reserve currency. That is beneficial to us. Safeguard the US currency internationally and ourselves against inflation. Since you have ALS here, you should defend the US dollar internationally. Isn't it amusing how suddenly when it comes to cryptocurrency, they are all stepping out and discussing it as though they are the most knowledgeable individuals present? We entered first. As I previously stated, this may be the final bull cycle we ever see, and we will gain from having entered before them. Why is that? It's really easy. Do you think the governments will join if the institutions do? Believe they will incur a 90% loss on all of their assets. No, there is no possibility that what they will do is the cryptocurrency markets will be manipulated to behave more like the conventional stock markets, and this was released by James Rule. Charles Schwab and the future Schwab CEO say they expect changes to crypto legislation and look forward to cooperating with the next SEC chair. That's why it's so large when that is on the horizon. As of October of this year, Charles Schwab had over 33,000 workers, a net income of $1.41 billion, and total client assets of $9.92 trillion, a 27% rise from the year before. Charles Schwab and Fidelity are planning to enter the cryptocurrency market. Robinhood, Nasdaq, JP Morgan, you name it. Folks, we have the Wisdom Tree launching their XRP, and they are all coming. Excuse me, I backed ETP in Germany. Switzerland. While all of that is happening, France and the Netherlands are increasing their cryptocurrency investment possibilities. Meanwhile, Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse reveals the positive news about the XRP community and announces the formation of the Dream Team Treasury Secretary, who was appointed by Trump. Scott Bessent is Trump's choice to be the U.S. Treasury. Do you think it's all coming together? Do you notice what's written on the wall? Do you see that the market maker is suppressing Bitcoin to prevent it from breaking through the enormous psychological barrier that is sitting at 100,000? Do you see that XRP is waiting for its next breakout in its range of 150 to 175? Do you see that the total cryptocurrency market cap has suddenly decreased from 2.3 to 3.4 trillion, where Brad Garlinghouse predicted that his prediction of 4.5 to 5 trillion by the end of this year was not going to come true? Do you notice how quickly cryptocurrency is moving? When it does, we are experiencing the greatest bull run of your life, and to top it all off, how is Quant doing out there, people? We have been purchasing Quant for about 7 months. Using a dollar cost averaging approach, $800 each week, I promised that we would win, but we haven't even finished yet. It will undoubtedly reach its highest point ever, $427, and reach $11,000 per share. You haven't seen anything, Quant. However, the show is set to premiere in 2025.